Hi, Pinky here. I'm an IBCLC lactation consultant. I'm also the mum of 5 breastfed babies, and I'm the author of a number of books. And one of my books is Sleeping Like a Baby. And I just want to tell you, I'm also the creator of Boobie too. And I just want to talk about night feeds. We hear so much about dropping night feeds, don't we? Isn't there so much conflicting information? Some books will say, there's one book I know that says when your baby reaches 10 pounds, it's American because that's why they say pounds, your baby won't need a night feed. Look, 3 of my kids wouldn't have got night feeds at birth because too fat, baby, too fat. No night feeds at birth. Other people, I've heard of people being told no night feeds at 8 weeks, 6 months, it's pretty common. Your baby might need night feeds right through the first year. And there are all sorts of reasons for this. One of the reasons babies needing night feeds is because women have different breast milk storage capacities. It's not about having low milk supply, it's about, if you have to get a certain amount of, I don't know, I haven't got a glass here, but if you have to get a certain amount of drink into a shot glass, say you've got a litre and you're putting it into a shot glass, you're going to need a lot more refills. And if you've got a smaller milk storage capacity, I'm the shot glass lady, I would have had to feed my babies at night a lot longer because they would have needed, more feeds so that they could A, maintain my milk supply, and B, fill their little tummies up around, if a baby needs a certain quota of milk in 24 hours and you're starting to space out day feeds, they're going to wake at night and need night feeds too, aren't they? But think of all the reasons babies might need it. They might be having a developmental leap and their brains might need a little bit more food, a bit more nourishment because your breast milk is rich. Your night breast milk is very rich in tryptophan, which is a precursor to serotonin. We now know that 80% of our serotonin receptors are in our gut. And your nighttime milk is so rich in this, it's helping your baby develop their serotonin receptors, which is going to make them, happy and bright and give them a really good start. Someone with good serotonin receptors is going to have good physiological and emotional health. All sorts of other things will come in and impact, but we're giving this baby the best start. And some babies will have a late night feed, 9, 10 o'clock. They're still going to be getting that tryptophan at that time, and they might sleep longer overnight, but other babies won't. They might wake up when they're having a developmental leap just because they're practicing in their sleep. Neurologically, if your baby's starting to roll over or they're starting to crawl, there's more circulation to the brain area during parts of light sleep. So they're going to wake up and you'll find that baby rocking on all fours because it's just learning to get up on its haunches and ready to crawl. And so your baby's flipped over in the night and started rocking and they've woken themselves up. It's not that they've woken up and then they've started doing it. They've actually woken themselves up by practicing their new skills. Babies who become mobile might need a few more calories overnight, and there's no evidence that feeding babies extra solid foods or extra family foods is going to make them sleep better. The research shows it doesn't, and it could upset their tummies. So allow the breast milk. And then we're thinking of breastfeeding. Babies are going to step up their feeds if they've been exposed to a bug because it's going to boost their immune system. And also, breastfeeding is about mothering and nurturing, and it can be a comfort to babies. It's the solution to helping them go back to sleep because that night milk has melatonin in it. It's going to help the baby go back to sleep more easily. So night weaning is something that we don't need to worry about. Of course, if your baby's waking very frequently, every hour, every half hour during the night, hopefully this only goes on for a short patch, like the tooth is coming through or they ate, they've eaten some new foods and they've got a bit farty and a bit of a tummy ache. But hopefully that's a short period of time. If it goes on, yes, we do need to look at what might be happening for your baby. And it's never behavioural. It's always a signal that something's going on for this little baby right now. Babies around 8 months, they've got separation anxiety, they're possibly teething. Something to do with teething is to elevate the mattress a little bit so there's not so much pressure when they're lying flat. But, looking at what's going on, they're becoming mobile, so they're practicing in their sleep. They're mobile during the day if they're already crawling, and they might be so busy and distracted practicing their new skills that they might need to have some feeds in a quiet space just so that they get some more food during the daytime, a bit more breast milk during the daytime because there's so much going on for them. So if you've got a baby around 8 months, they are going to be waking up. And rather than doing horrible things to them like leaving them to cry and brutal sleep training, look at, say, my baby's having a problem, not my baby's being a problem. What do I feel is going on for my baby. And 99% of it, you're probably going to guess what's going on for your baby, and then you work with what seems to be happening for your baby, but don't cut out the night feeds just yet because they're still very, very valuable. And for more information about what you can do, have a little look at my book, Sleeping Like a Baby. I'm going the wrong way on the thing, aren't I? So that covers from birth to 3 years. Okay?